my name is Trina, and today I am going to be doing infused garlic oil. This week I've harvested my onions and my garlic, and I was trying to find different ways to preserve, especially my onions because they went to seed. So I dehydrated some of my onions and made an onion powder, and you can see that on my previous video this week. And I also sliced some of my onions up and froze them. So I have onions and garlic in my garage drying right now. Today I'm going to be working on my garlic. I'm going to do infused garlic oil. This is the first garlic that I harvest in 2025. It's dried, and I'm going to use those. The reason why I want to do the infused oil is because I buy a lot of olive oil and I cook with olive oil. And so I buy specialty olive oils. I use lemon. I use the lime olive oil. And I also love garlic olive oil. So I was so excited when I grew my garlic this season. I wanted to do my own and stop paying all those high prices for garlic olive oil. So I have some good olive oil that I purchased, and I'm going to do the hot method where I take my already peeled, I peeled these earlier. Garlic is pretty much like a head of garlic to maybe a cup or two of olive oil. So I'm going to pour my olive oil into this jar. I'm going to keep the cooked garlic because I'm going to preserve. Well, you can only use this for short time storage. And so you're going to have to put this in the refrigerator. So when I cook the garlic, I'm going to use it later for something else. And I say you can preserve this in the refrigerator for about 2 to 3 weeks, maybe a month, but nothing longer than that because we're dealing with food and we're infusing it in the oil. And so I would not leave it on the counter. I'm also going to, there's so many things you can do. It's called garlic confit, and you can put it on toast. You can make garlic bread. I love to put garlic oil on my meats before I cook them, kind of marinate in it because I do sometimes you do a lot of flavoring with it. And I'm going to also make some pasta and use some of it. So I'm going to be using all my olive oil and my garlic confit this probably in the next couple of weeks. So what's good about it is you can make this fresh and it's totally different from what you buy from the store. There's another way that you can infuse your oil, which is called a cold method, and basically chop up your garlic, put it in the olive oil, but you're still going to have to put it in the refrigerator. So let's start the process. You're going to need a pot, maybe 2 cups of oil, 1 to 2 cups. It depends on how much you want to make. And you can decide how much garlic flavoring you want. I do know this. When you grow your own onions and garlic or anything in your garden, it seems like it has a more concentrated flavor than it does at the store. So me just first year growing garlic, this is going to be a test for me, but it's just something that you need to know. I am going to use still a whole head of garlic and put these cloves in my oil in 2 cups of olive oil. So I'm going to turn on the stove to a medium heat. I'm going to add 2 cups of olive oil. And then I'm going to add my garlic that I've already peeled. And I'm looking at it now, and I might need to add a few more cloves. And you're going to cook this for 5 minutes. We're going to get it up to a boil. Once it gets up to a boil, you reduce the heat and let it cook for 5 minutes. So I think that's all I need. I was going to add 2 more larger cloves of garlic. And then let this get up to a boil. Turn down the heat. So I'm going to remove it from heat, and when you're finished, it should be brown and soft. You can smash it and put it on bread. You can make garlic mashed potatoes with this. But anytime you roast garlic or cook garlic like this, it brings out a very sweet flavor. And I'm going to let this oil cool because I'm going to put them in jars. So I'm going to separate, and I have separated my garlic from the oil, and I'm going to keep this in a little jar. And I'm going to cook with this later. I'm going to pour a little olive oil in this jar also to keep it until I make something with it. I use one of my canning jars. Thank you for watching. Don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe.